Nikki and Arik.
Well, that means no...
All right, so last week I was put in the bottom two. So what? Who cares? I survived. I get to dance on. I'll be fine. All I need is a positive attitude and she'll be apples. So I got home from training an hour ago and I have not moved from this position. My feet are throbbing. Everything hurts. It's hard to even roll over. I know this is meant to be a fun process, but some days are just shit. They're just shit. And, I'm day 2 up on blocks, which is my worst day. So it was tears, cramps, failure, glitching, just general shit all day. I can't move. I can't move. What a sook, and the itty pitty party continued. That's what we call in Australia doing your nut. And I was doing my nut everywhere. And credit where credit's due, my dance partner, Arik, took it like an absolute trooper because I would have been very sick of me by now. But wait, feet content.
So, I think my toe is infected. These are all dance wounds. And that's like Band-Aid jam on my toenail there. All that. I don't have any antiseptic, so I thought I will use that. Old school. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but... Ow. Ow. What a waste.
So I have dance training today for a dance that I'm finding rather challenging. But I figure if I dress the part, then maybe I might, I don't know, dance better. I know I sound like I'm being very dramatic, but I should add the rumba is called the kiss of death on Dancing with the Stars because it is usually the dance that knocks everyone out. But I was determined to prove everybody wrong. This was our tech rehearsal, followed by our wardrobe rehearsal. And yes, I hit him on the head and he nearly dropped me. So yes, we were still very much freaking out. But before we get into the drama, here's a quick behind the scenes tour. This is Ant Middleton from SAS Australia. Here's a poem. And this is our rehearsal area where we all warm up before we go out on stage. And we get our publicity photos right here. And then this gives you a good idea of how big the studio actually is as opposed to how big the stage is.
This is not sponsored by Red Bull, by the way. It's just how I stay awake.
And here is the hair and makeup department. This is where all the magic really happens.
Trying to eat and enjoying it. We've got a hot toast tonight. Sorry, I'm just, there's Shane Crawford.
Hello, hello.
Julie's got her tips out. Situation normal. I won't show that. Yeah. You can go and do a panic poo in there.
So here is my ensemble for this evening. Someone's alarm's going off. It's bizarre. Yes, here is my dress for the rumba. Well, what there is of it. Woo. All right, Osborne, enough stuffing around. It's showtime.
Next up, Nikki and Arik perform a rumba set in the decade that brought us selfies, emojis and Swifties, the 2010s.
Year change today.
Oh, no.
Today we're going to get into the rumba.
What's that?
I don't know if Nikki's going to enjoy the rumba because it's slow, it's sensual, there's lots of technique. Turn your foot out more. Boom.
Thank God for the packages to remind everyone just how bloody hard this is.
I do this with every partner, so it's been 14 seasons, 14 rumba walks taught.
And yet you get invited back.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, Nikki, stop Hip back. Now, tummy in. Good, come forward.
Have I got one right?
And then our show ready. We got to work at it. Okay, nice. Feel it?
Okay, can I go home?
Please welcome to the floor, Nikki Osborne and Arik Yagudkan, dancing the rumba.
Tell me something, girl.
Again, I'm so sorry I can't let the song just play out because it was the most beautiful song. And despite being absolutely terrified, I don't know. I just was overcome by the music and it just worked.
I'm falling.
Mind you, I was very grateful for the dry ice because it was hiding any sort of mistake I might have been making.
For change.
Only kidding. I didn't make a mistake. Here we go. Oh my goodness, I was crying, the audience was crying, everyone was crying. It was brilliant. It was at this point of the dance where the crowd were just going nuts and Arik and I knew we were home and hosed and it was the best feeling ever. But how good is the dress? I mean, honestly, look at that dress. Here I am just trying to get my final footwork right, not stomp on my heel, not bugger it up, ready for the absolute finale. And we got a standing ovation.
Nikki and Arik, oh my goodness, crowd favourites. First up, you look incredible. Wait until you see yourself back, girl. You are going to be very happy.
Well, at least I look like a 10.
You do look like a 10. But, you know, I know that we were talking about this is a really hard dance to do, but, I mean, you nailed it.
Oh, look at you fixing my hair. That's so nice. It's so hard. I've cried like every day of training for the poor Arik. Yeah, I cry a lot. It's so hard.
All right. We should get some judges' comments, shouldn't we? Sharna.
Yes, yes, yes with the legs. Come on. So we've been talking to you about your legs, right? Oh my, I want to say words I'm not allowed to say. It was that good. It was controlled. You had straight leg action. You didn't step on your heels. You were using your hips. You were settling your weight. You switched your feet fast. Your fan position was amazing. All over, you were so good.
Thank you.
And on top of all of that, one of my favorite things was watching you emotionally connect with this before the music even started. You were so in this. You were so committed. You are absolutely stunning and you are absolutely a 10. Well done.
Yeah. That's a good point. I think we often think of Nikki as a comedian, but you're an actor too, and it really came through in there for me anyway. Helen?
It was a beautiful performance, absolutely.
Thank you.
And you did tick a lot of the boxes. The emotion you showed between man and woman was beautiful. At times you had a really beautiful, silky, smooth movement from foot to foot. And I just thought the emotion of it all was quite beautiful. So perhaps a star is born tonight.
Stop it. Goosebumps, Craig.
There were a few bumpy transitions and only very, very small ones. And some of your rumba walks away from Arik were a little unstable as well and lost quality. But you know what, Arik, you have worked wonders with this woman and it was focused. I thought it was brilliant.
Oh.
Mark.
Nikki, the change in you is phenomenal. The hardest part about dancing Latin well is the classic use of feet and legs. Arik, I can't say enough how proud of you, what you have produced in her to bring out those skills where she could have gone down the comedy way and you didn't do that. A really serious contender.
Oh my gosh, this show just keeps getting better and better.
No, try again.
Can you believe it?
No. No, but I like it. Thank you.
Well, why don't you head on up there? Go and
Okay.
see Chris
Right.
while we take a look back at that.
Oh,
Well, we heard it. A star is born. That's got to feel pretty good.
I only just got the pun. Yeah, right.
It was definitely there. But you mentioned the fact there that you were crying in rehearsals.
Yes.
I can certainly relate to that. Sonia makes me cry most rehearsals. But why? I mean, is it a measure of just how much this means to you? Why are you so emotional?
It's three things. I'm a perfectionist, and this is complete opposite of my energy. I'm real up and explosive, and this was like really controlled. Second thing was you have to basically break your pelvis to walk.
Okay. Yep.
And thirdly, I'm just really tired.
I think it's time for the judges' scores.
Will the judges please reveal their scores? Craig Revel Horwood.
8.
Helen Ritchie.
9.
Sharna Burgess.
9.
Mark Wilson.
9.
How about that? A score of 35.
35, that's my age.
There you go. That's exactly right. Back to you, Sonia.
I'll be honest, we honestly thought we were going home tonight after the last 2 weeks, so we might have ducked off down to my change room to have a few nips of scotch. Because it was time to celebrate. I'm not going to lie, we got absolutely trolleyed that night, but then had to show up to rehearsals at 9 a.m. the next day because we've got the quick step coming. But how will I go with the quick step? Like and subscribe and find out, because as you can see, there's controversy afoot.